Have you ever felt like your brain is turning into mush from endless scrolling? Maybe you've caught yourself in the middle of an Instagram marathon, wondering where the last 2 hours went. We're talking about something that secretly affects many of us: brain rot. Brain rot isn't some scary disease from a horror movie. It's what happens when you spend too much time on mindless activities like scrolling through social media, binge-watching videos, or endlessly clicking on clickbait. You know that feeling when you've watched so many TikToks that you start dreaming in 15-second clips? That's brain rot creeping in. Picture this. It's a typical Tuesday afternoon, and you're trying to study for an upcoming exam. Your textbooks are spread out, you have a nice cup of coffee, and your laptop is ready. You're determined to make this study session count. Just as you're about to dive into Chapter 3, your phone buzzes. It's a message from a friend with an Instagram reel that looks hilarious. You think, I'll just check it out for a quick laugh. You open Instagram and watch the reel, but then you swipe up to see the next reel, and the next, and the next. Before you know it, you're deep into the Instagram reel rabbit hole. You've watched a dancing dog, a cooking hack you'll probably never try, and a prank video that has you in stitches. Time flies when you're having fun, right? You glance at the clock and realize an hour has gone by. 1 whole hour. Your textbooks are still lying there untouched. The coffee is now cold, and you can't remember what you were supposed to be studying in the first place. That's brain rot in action. You try to get back into your study groove, but it's hard to focus. Did you know it takes about 20 minutes to regain full focus after a distraction? Every time you pick up your phone, you're setting yourself back even further. This scenario doesn't just affect your study session, it starts to spill over into the rest of your day. You decide to take a break from studying and grab some lunch. While you're eating, you absent-mindedly scroll through your phone again, this time on YouTube. By the time you finish your lunch, another hour has passed. You were supposed to go for a jog to clear your mind and get some exercise, but now you're feeling sluggish and unmotivated. You decide to skip the jog and just chill on the couch for a bit. You turn on Netflix and start watching a new series. 3 episodes later, you realize the entire afternoon has slipped away. The next morning, you wake up feeling groggy. You didn't get enough sleep because you stayed up late trying to make up for lost time. You drag yourself out of bed, already dreading the day ahead, and the cycle continues. This might sound dramatic, but studies have shown that excessive use of the internet and social media can lead to cognitive overload. Our brains aren't designed to handle the constant barrage of information we get online. It's like trying to drink from a fire hose. Too much, too fast. Research indicates that heavy internet users show less activity in areas of the brain associated with decision-making and impulse control. This means that spending too much time online can actually change the way your brain works, making it harder to think clearly and make good decisions. Additionally, people who use social media excessively tend to have higher levels of anxiety and depression. Every like, comment, and notification triggers a release of dopamine, the same chemical that's released when you eat your favorite food or win a game. It feels good, so you keep coming back for more. But here's the catch. The more you use social media, the more you need to feel that same level of satisfaction. It's like a drug. Over time, your brain gets used to the constant hits of dopamine, and you start needing more and more to feel the same effect. This can lead to a kind of digital dependence, where you're constantly checking your phone, looking for the next hit. You start comparing yourself to others, thinking, why does their life look so much better than mine? Spoiler alert, it's not. People only post the highlights, the good moments. It's like comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. Social media is a master at destroying your attention span. Think about it. You're reading an article on your phone, and a notification pops up. You check it, respond to a message, maybe like a couple of posts, and by the time you go back to the article, you've forgotten what you were reading. This constant interruption trains your brain to be easily distracted. Ironically, social media can make you feel more isolated. Sure, you're connected to hundreds of people, but how many of those connections are meaningful? Studies have shown that the more time you spend on social media, the more likely you are to feel lonely. You're replacing real-life interactions with virtual ones, and that's just not the same. Humans are wired for face-to-face contact, for hearing someone's voice and seeing their expressions. Okay, enough doom and gloom. Let's talk about how to keep our brains sharp and healthy. Trust me, it's not all bad news. We can outsmart brain rot with a few fun and practical steps. You know that feeling when you're scrolling through Instagram and see your high school friend's vacation photos from Bali, the one who always looks like they've just stepped out of a travel magazine, while you're sitting on your couch in sweatpants, surrounded by empty snack wrappers? Total mood killer, right? Here's what you need to do. Unfollow those accounts that make you feel like a potato. Seriously, you don't need to see Karen's perfect family pics or Jeff's insane six-pack abs every day. Instead, fill your feed with stuff that actually makes you happy. Call a friend, go for a walk, join a club, do things that actually make you feel connected. Picture this, you're at a coffee shop, and instead of being glued to your phone, you strike up a conversation with the person next to you. Maybe they're reading the same book you love, or they have a cute dog with them. Instant connection, right? Or how about joining a local club? Sure, it might feel a bit awkward at first, kind of like the first day of school all over again, but soon enough, you'll look forward to these meetings, sharing laughs, and making new memories. Trust me, social media can't replace the feeling of a real human connection. Remember the last time you had a deep conversation with a friend over coffee? That feeling of being truly understood and connected? You won't get that from liking a post or sharing a meme. Engage in activities that require your full attention and bring you joy, like reading a book, playing a sport, or picking up a new hobby. Anyway, that's all. Thank you for watching. Love you guys.